Hi, this is Christina, a reader of fictions, and I am here to share with you my much belated birthday book haul. And I got a bunch of things, so I'm going to move through them pretty quickly. My birthday was a month ago, so yes, I'm sorry it took me so long. Anyways, I've already read and reviewed one of the books that I got for my birthday, which is Wildwood by Colin Molloy, which was somewhat of a disappointment, I'm sorry to say. But I got so many other things, maybe it won't matter. I got Tiger's Curse by Colleen Houck, who was one of the first successful transitions from self-pub to a big publisher. Big Six. Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. The Girl with Glass Feet, which is one of the only books that I hadn't heard of, but it sounded very fairy tale and interesting. It starts on the back. Strange things are happening on the remote and snowbound archipelago of St. Howda's Land. Magical winged creatures flit around the icy bogland. Albino animals hide themselves in the snow-glazed woods. And Ida McLeod is slowly turning into glass. Sounds pretty cool, right? I mean, I don't know anything about it still, but it sounded cool. Fall on Your Knees by Anne-Marie MacDonald, which I've almost bought so many times. Also, my cat is being adorable, and people requested to see my cat. So there he is. Look at him. He's attacking nothing. Okay. So now you see me. Oh, he's looking now. Percy. Percy. Oh, my little Percy. He's so cute. Anyway. Boop. I got Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier with a pretty cover. And The Charmed Sphere by Catherine Asaro, who was strongly recommended by my friend Jenny. I got The Pox Party by M.T. Anderson, the first book in the Octavian Nothing series. And Peaches by Jodi Lynn Anderson, which has been redone with a different cover now. Emily Climbs by Ellen Montgomery. I believe I have 2 other books in the Emily series already. Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of Nim by Robert C. O'Brien. The Imperfectionists by Tom Rockman. There were many copies of this at the Goodwill, so maybe I shouldn't have bought it. But there weren't as many copies as there were of Lauren Conrad books. There were so many Lauren Conrad books. Just so you know, no one wants to read Lauren Conrad's books. Even if they did, they take them to the Goodwill. Why Girls Are Weird by Pamela Rybin, because this sounds like a thing that I have to read. Also, tagline, sometimes life is stranger than you are. That's a tagline I can approve of. Wild December by Edna O'Brien. I own a couple of her books, and she feels like one of those sort of classic authors I feel like I ought to love. Sabriel by Garth Nix, which I believe I've already read and didn't love, but feel like I ought to love, so I'm going to try again. Small Steps by Louis Sachar, who was one of my favorite authors when I was really young. All right. Sorry, I'm digging into the box of things. City of the Beasts by Isabel Allende, which is her middle grade / YA first book in that series. And I got The Ear, the Eye, and the Arm by Nancy Farmer. I'm digging again. Cathedral of the Sea by Ildefonso Falcones, which is massive. But it basically sounds like Pillars of the Earth, which I really like. So I had to get it. Sorry, I'm digging. Full Bloom by Janet Ivanovich and Charlotte Hughes, which is in her full series. And basically, I love pretty much everything Janet Ivanovich has written. She's just so funny. Like, yeah, there are more scholarly things out there, but she's so funny. Rules of Attraction by Simone Alcalas, which I believe is not the first book in the series, but everybody raves about her books, so I found it and I had to get it. Percy's doing a cute thing. Percy, look at him. Look at him sniffing that box. Oh, Percy. 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 Oh, look at his little face. Look at it. Look at his face. Okay. Sorry. People requested to see my cat, so I had to be showing you my cat. Oh! Sorry, he jumped at me, and it was adorable. I got The Trumpet of the Swan by E.B. White. The Legacy by Catherine Webb. Oh, Percy, you're so cute. The Tiger Rising by Kate DiCamillo. The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. My cat just tried to jump into a box and failed. This is the most awkward video ever. The Twits by Roald Dahl. James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl. Veracity by Laura Bynum. Vixen, an arc, interestingly enough, by Gillian Larkin. The View from Saturday by E.L. Konigsberg. The Diplomat's Wife by Pam Jenoff. Willow by Julia Hoban. Even Whitewashed Zombies Get the Blues by Diana Rowland. It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. Spy Girl by Amy Gray. The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. Random book, Juliet by N. Fortier, because I can't resist a retelling. Harriet the Spy by Louise Fitzhugh, because I don't know what happened to my copy from when I was a child. Sorry, my dad borrowed Duels and apparently decided to return it by just shoving it in the box, and I'm like, I didn't get this at Goodwill. Why is it in here? Falling Up by Shel Silverstein. I did get at Goodwill. When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stead. Tipping the Velvet by Sarah Waters. And the last book of my Goodwill haul was Millicent Min, Girl Genius by Lisa Yee. Alright, that's what I got at Goodwill. So if you haven't been getting books at Goodwill, there are a bunch of reasons why you should. I will be back tomorrow with my regularly scheduled book haul post. Alright, see you guys. Bye.